situation just got a bit murkier.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Tannehill tore his ACL in training camp, if I'm not mistaken. So Miami didn't really have a quarterback. Not that Tannehill was fantastic,
Right.
from my understanding.
He wasn't amazing, but Ryan Tannehill was their guy. He was their starter. He was their plan.
Yeah.
They have had a plan. They've been getting better. I would say over the past couple of years, they went from 8-8. I think they went 3 years in a row, 2 years in a row, 7-9, 8-8. They're kind of a middle of the road kind of team, missing the playoffs a bunch. They dropped to 6-10 in 2015. Made some improvements in 2016. They come out at 10-6.
That doesn't show improvement to me.
They got a new head coach. They got they had a breakout year from Jay Ajayi. I think that's his name. The running back.
Boise State guy.
Huh?
Boise State.
Is that right? Yeah.
He's Boise State. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a great player. I like him for fantasy this year.
Whatever.
But no, it's a damn shame whenever a team loses a QB for an entire season, and they brought in Jay Cutler.
They brought in Jay Cutler,
who I have watched plenty of.
Are you interested? Are you happy with Jay Cutler if you're a Dolphins fan and if you're the front office?
I'm
or
happy
a player or anything. Are you just happy with Jay Cutler?
I'm happy with Jay Cutler because I think it's funny. Because I used to watch him play a lot because he played in the NFC.
NFC North.
I'm blank on the direction. NFC North,
North.
Right, with my beloved Detroit Lions. So, Jay Cutler is an underrated QB. I'm going to say that.
I like him.
I
always like him.
He's always had the arm strength. People always say he doesn't try hard. I think that's...
Well, he got a bad rep for that one game.
Right. I don't think that's like a consistent issue. Stephen A. came out this week and said Jay Cutler's just doing this for the money, which might be true. But on the same token, $10 million is a lot. But the $10 million contract he signed for 1 year is going to be the third lowest salary in the NFL for any QB that isn't on a rookie contract.
I thought Jay Cutler was always pretty decent. He's not a dynamic game changer anymore, but he's definitely passable. When he was in Chicago playing against Matthew Stafford, at that point in Stafford's career, I was of the opinion that Cutler was better. Everyone's like, oh, Matthew Stafford's great. Except he hadn't ever won against like a playoff team.
Like ever.
So Cutler
No,
wins
Stafford has improved.
He has improved.
Stafford.
But at the time, Cutler was able to win games. And that's probably what matters most.
Right. So I like Cutler. I also like Cutler because he's going to fit into this scheme really easily. What's the offensive coordinator? I don't remember. I'm blanking on this. Should have looked this up beforehand.
I can find that.
He's very familiar with one of the coaches. He's already played in one of their schemes in the past. I can't remember exactly who it is, but there's a connection there.
Clyde Christensen?
Is that the OC? Yeah. Yeah. And I think Cutler has had some form of connection with him in the past. I can't believe I'm blanking on it. I read about it earlier. Point is, he's going to fit right into the system. He already knows what to do. Mm-hmm. They've got a good I'd say they have a good trio in Jarvis Landry, Jay Cutler, and Jay Ajayi offensively. I don't think this is necessarily going to be a down year. I think this is still going to be a pretty good year for the Dolphins.
What's their record?
Last year?
No, this year.
Football hasn't started, so I guess 0-0.
What's the record gonna be?
Oh, what's the record gonna be?
Yes.
Sorry, pardon me. I'm gonna say they won 10-6. I'm gonna say without their starting QB, they're gonna lose just one win. I'm gonna say they're gonna go to 9-7 and make the wild card spot in the AFC.
Really?
Once again.
Okay.
I like to see the Dolphins. Dolphins are a fun team. I just kind of like.
How about Colin Kaepernick? Why not Colin Kaepernick?
Why not Colin Kaepernick? In this situation, I feel like Jay Cutler works better. It's going to be a more seamless transition. I think Cutler is more similar to Tannehill than Kaepernick is.
Sure.
And I think that Cutler was very attractive again because he's already familiar with the system they're running in Miami.
Yeah.
Now, why not Kaepernick for any team? I don't really know.
I'd like to say first that we are not particularly for or against Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
As a passer, he seemed
mediocre,
not very good.
Right.
The
let's
last
be real.
couple of years.
And people always bring up his passer rating and the fact that he's won a Super Bowl, but he's gone through coaching changes. The NFL has gone through a general system change. Kaepernick's style is he's kind of a system guy.
Yeah.
Now, don't misunderstand me. Colin Kaepernick is better than many of the QBs who received contracts this offseason.
Absolutely,
undoubtedly. It's
and
ridiculous
he
hasn't.
The protest.
Right. It's ridiculous he hasn't been signed. Anyone that says it's not because of the protest is lying. I mean,
I'm not an NFL GM, but I could not care less about this protesting as it affects my team at this point in the season. If I'm like a GM sitting up in the front office,
if he's gonna win games, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be taking him. Let's not
sit up here and pretend that he's like a superstar,
right?
Or
he's not. But he's
good, because if he was good, he would have.
If he was very good, he would be on the team.
Yeah.
If he was good, he'd probably be on the team. I think he's okay.
He's okay.
I think he's a fine QB.
Yeah.
I think that again, I said this a minute ago, I think the worst QBs have gotten contracts this offseason, and it's ridiculous that he hasn't. People don't like the fact that he's protesting. People don't like the fact that he's causing a ruckus.
Well, it's not.
And it's not really
it's not
him
always
so much.
People, it's the owners.
Right.
And the owners, as a group, are not on board with this kind of stuff the way other leagues are.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean the way other leagues are? I'm just kind of curious.
If players were protesting in the NBA, I think the NBA would jump on board with them.
That's interesting.
Right. If certainly I don't think they would be totally shut out and ostracized the way Kaepernick is.
It's very interesting. That's I feel like the NBA just treats their players better in general.
Well, the NFL just sucks.
They do more things for injury concerns, and they do more for player benefit. The obvious thing that comes to mind is profit distribution.
And part of the way the NFL owners operate is they don't. I don't know if I'm going to go there, but they don't target certain demographics. They don't try to cater to certain demographics because they don't need to.
Sure.
Right?
They're the biggest sport in America.
And it's not even close.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So along the lines of quarterbacks, where are...
Oh, wait, real quick, though, just to summarize.
Yeah.
Kaepernick should have a job, shouldn't be a starting job. If it is a starting job, it should be on a desperate team. That's my opinion. I think he should be a backup. He should be a very good backup.
Yeah, it's like we were talking about Stephon Marbury last week.
Right.
And
that's a very good point.
Everybody's saying Colin Kaepernick has proven that he is like a superstar because he took...
And he did have pretty good stats. I mean, he had stats last season. If you look at him, he had a good pass rating and stuff.
But he was the quarterback on a very good team years removed from now.
Right. And when he was the quarterback in a very good team, he looked like a superstar.
Yeah.
Last year, he still put up okay numbers. He just didn't look like a superstar, and he certainly didn't win games. But you could blame that on other things.
He didn't even really look good.
He looked okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Colin Kaepernick is one of those situations where you need to watch a game and then look at the stats. Because watching him play, he's not as sharp as other QBs. Now, there were all these reports. Some people were reporting that Colin Kaepernick got offers and turned them down because he wanted more money. His camp came out and refuted that. So I really have no clue what that happened.
Yeah.
People citing that as fact really shouldn't be citing that as factual because that's just kind of a murky situation. I really have no idea.
I can't imagine he would turn down a job.
At this point.
Yeah.
Right. Unless he's, standing by some, his convictions.
Well, if he's standing by he wants more money, then that's
right.
It's not very smart on his part.
I don't think that'd just be stupid. I don't think that's what he's doing.
No.
I think he's standing by his protesting, which is good.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
It's good for him.
It's really good that he's speaking out. It's nice. It's always interesting when players get involved in, these political activist type of things. So he should have a job. In short, he should have a job in the NFL playing quarterback. I can't think of a team that would really take him at this point because a lot of the QB needs that
I think maybe we should say he shouldn't not have a job because of protests.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
if GMs are truly sitting there and saying, you know what, I don't really want this guy because when I went to see him last year, he wasn't that impressive, then that's totally fine.
Right.
Right.
But if a GM is sitting there and saying, this guy's protesting, I don't want him on my team, that's okay.
That's really not okay.
Yeah, that's not okay.
No. You know what else isn't okay? Tim Tebow's not in the NFL. Neither is Johnny Manziel. Why didn't they go after those guys?
Did you hear the report? There was a report that the Dolphins considered Tebow for the replacement, which is absurd. It is absurd if it's true that they considered Tebow. Just because Tebow was so bad. I don't know why people ever thought he would be good. Didn't the Broncos trade up in the first round to draft him?
Look, he was the most decorated college football player in recent history.
In recent history, okay.
Right, what's wrong with taking a flyer on him?
I don't know. Everyone knew. Everyone always knew. I love Tebow.
Sure.
I'm going to be happy to see Tebow playing for the Mets in a couple weeks.
Yeah, especially because they just traded Jay Bruce today, the Indians.
You know, they already have a great prospect to come up and replace him.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow.
Do you want to go right into baseball?
I want to mention one thing first.
Sure.
Johnny Manziel, don't become a coach.
I can't imagine sitting across the table from Coach Manziel being like, you know what? I want my kid to learn from you.
Right. Yeah. I want my kid to go to the university or high school that you are coaching at. Like, I would never say that. I would imagine him taking kids to like go snort cocaine or something, and like being okay with that. Johnny Manziel is friggin' crazy.
Maybe they already do.
He's crazy. He should never be anywhere near impressionable children, and he should never coach at a professional level because he's not good.